The movie it is real for them. They believe it is real. They believe it is real. There is no movie. There is only movie experience. You got the point? Similarly, there is no macho man there. There is no hero. Only you assume the hero in your experience. That's all. Similarly, there is no world. World is not. Na chayam prapanchaha. What does it mean? Suppose you say prapanchaha mithya, you will misinterpret it to the extent you can. But now you misinterpret this, I will see how you will misinterpret it. Na chayam prapanchaha. Let me translate it to you. This world is halfway real, halfway unreal. Is that the translation for that? Does it sound right? This world, you cannot define whether it is real or not. Does it sound right? Huh? How it sounds? It sounds as this world is not. Does it not sound like that? There is no equanimity. Equanimity, no. There is no ambiguity from Shankara's side. The world is like Rajju Sarpa. In the Rajju Sarpa example, there is no Sarpa, but there is the experience of Sarpa. Because serpent experience creates a lot of fear, and you suffer from that fear for the length of time when the serpent experience persists. Till you negate that serpent experience saying there is no serpent, till then the fear would haunt you. So the world is same. So in the serpent experience, what will you say? Na sarpaha, nayam sarpaha, that is what they say. Nayam sarpaha, this is not the serpent. Now what he says here? Nayam prapanchaha. Put a cha there to make the matter. Nachayam prapanchaha. Therefore, you assume, you give reality to the world. What is the proof that the world is unreal? Transiency is the best proof of unreality. This is quantum physics. That's why people, unless they know some physics, they cannot appreciate the Vedanta well. I see this all the time. Maybe great scholars, good meaning scholars, etc., and they say all the right words, but when it comes to comprehend the real, they fail because they don't have that scientific temper in them. You need to be scientific. You should not be emotional, and you should not be a believing person. If you are given to beliefs, then you will not come to the truth of the self or the Brahman. Therefore, you should be scientific, and you should put the belief aside, which means you have a key, you have an open mind, and you are very scientific. You see, I tell you how the science is. You see, suppose something is transient, it is unreal. Take the movie screen versus the movie scenes. The movie screen is permanent. Take like that in the example. Movie screen is permanent. It is not transient. It will be there. In India, the theatres are called 70 mm, 35 mm. What is this mm? The mm is the measurement of the lens, the projector lens. And when the lens has a more width, it is not 35, it is 70, double the width. The screen will be double the size, bigger screen. Okay? So 70 mm screen. So those screens are very costly. And he purchases a 70 mm screen, the owner of the theatre, and fixes it there. And it will serve the theatre for 20 years. It is a permanent thing there. Whereas movie scenes are ever changing. Therefore, which is real and which is unreal? Very obvious. the thing that doesn't change, the thing which is permanent, namely the screen, is real. The scenes on the screen are always unreal. You need not hesitate even, because they are transient. So transiency is the best proof of unreality. Okay? You see, what is transiency? Limited in time. That is transiency. So a particular thing is limited in time for 1 minute. 1 minute time. It is limited to 1 minute time. Means you see it for only 1 minute. Another thing, you see it for 1 year. Both are transient and both are unreal. And what you have to understand is, both are equally unreal. Just because one is transient in your time scale for only 1 minute, the other is transient for 1 year, that doesn't make the 1 year transient thing more real than the 1 minute transient thing. You understand? You see, you go to the movie. On the movie screen, an old man, in that scene, an old man is walking with his grandson. That is the scene. They are talking and walking. So now the old man age is 75 years. The grandson age is 10 years. So now who is more real, who is less real? Both are equally unreal. Then what is the age of the old man? Is it 75 years or is it 2 minutes? 2 minutes. What is the age of the 10-year-old boy? 2 minutes. So in one time scale, one thing may appear longer and the other thing may appear shorter. Ultimately, it comes to the same. Namely, both are transient and hence they are unreal. So, you see, whatever is limited in time, it is limited in time. It is also limited in space. That's why you should know some physics. I have come across many Vedanta scholars. God bless them, they are great scholars, but they don't have any idea of space and time. They say Desha Kala, Akasha Kala, like that, the words they speak. But the physics, some basic physics, not rocket science, some basic physics of space and time they don't know. That's why they will be saying all the right things because they have studied and by-hearted them, therefore they say the right things, but they do not know that the world is unreal. For them, in spite of saying all the right things, for them the world is real. And they admit it. They admit. And then they believe that not in this birth, next birth, the Guru Krupa, the grace of the Guru and the grace of Ishvara will come, and then I will know that the world is unreal. As of now, I don't know it, but in future I will know. Not in this birth, next birth. Like that, they build a system around their ignorance. Instead of asking the question, why am I ignorant? So they decide that we are ignorant, that cannot be altered, and so that ignorance, there is a reason for it, and Ishvara is involved in it. Therefore, you and I, we are small people, we cannot do anything about it because Ishvara is involved in the ignorance. Therefore, so sing a few songs and recite a few verses and remain ignorant. Do I sound harsh? No, I am not harsh. I am telling you how things work in the world. That is how the world is. Therefore, why that kind of a situation, how it came? Because they don't know anything about space and time. What is space? Akasha. What is time? Kala. Only that much they know, nothing more. For example, if you say, whatever is limited in space is also limited in time, that goes above their heads. Okay? You tell me Vishnu is a gentleman, very powerful, big gentleman with 4 hands in Vaikuntha. Okay? Is he limited in space or not? Eh? He is limited in space in 2 ways. One, he has a shape which is limited in space, and he lives in a place which is limitation in space. Now, when he is limited in space, if you know any little physics, you will immediately understand that the blessed Vishnu must be limited in time also. You should understand. But you don't understand, and you don't want to understand. Do you follow? Why my prarabdha is like this? Why I say these things? What kind of prarabdha it is? Because all our vardis, they don't want to discuss it. For them it doesn't occur that a thing, even if it is a God with a given shape, being limited in time, cannot be eternal. It will be limited in space, therefore limited in time also, because space and time go together. Why Rama is no more? Rama as a person is no more. Why? Because Rama as a person is limited in space, therefore limited in time. Same is the case with Krishna. But then we are studying Gita, so the Krishna of Gita that you are studying is not limited in space. He is Akhandaha. He is not limited in Anantaha, Achyutaha, Akhandaha. He is not limited in space, and therefore he is not limited in time also. He is Vishnu, means all-pervading. He pervades the space also. He is spaceless, pervades the space, not limited in space. That's why he is called Vishnu, and therefore he is Anantaha. So people should understand some basic things. If this is the reality situation with gods, then what to speak the reality of the men and the world and people and other things of the world? What is left now as real? Nothing is left as real now. So, this is a funny world that they don't want to know the unreal nature of the world. Then the Vedanta gurus enter into the picture. At least they should be faithful to the Shastra. And Dashashloki is a very popular text of Shankara. And Madhusudana Saraswati wrote a wonderful commentary. And Brahmananda Saraswati wrote a commentary on commentary. And Bellangonda Ramaraya Kavi wrote another great commentary. That is this Dashashloki of Shankara. And what Shankara is saying in the Dashashloki? Nachayam prapanchaha. What is your problem? You should declare. At least declare like this, at least. Sri Shankara says that this world has no existence. Say that. Be faithful, be honest. Why do you want to dilly-dally with it? What is the reason? No, we have to accommodate the world. Why should you accommodate the world? You have to accommodate the truth, not the world. So, what kind of logic it is? Therefore, this has crept into Vedantic circles. That's why I am saying. It has crept into the Vedantic circles, so much so, they started a kind of twisting and distorting the word mithya. Now the word mithya is myth. But no, they have created a lot of confusion about the word mithya. Once some wrong meaning or confused meaning is given to a word, and that becomes popular that way, now you cannot use it anymore. For example, if you go to some of these standard Victorian English, so when your mind is quiet, you are a gayish person. Like that, Bertrand Russell and other acharyas write like that. But now you cannot use that word. Because now that word you cannot use it. I have used a word in one of the classes which I studied in the high school. And then I finished the class and coming, somebody told me, Swamiji, that word is not used here. Oh, it is not used? No. Then what should I do? I will give you an alternate word, use that. Aisa ho gaya. What a... Now, you go to the Vedanta people and say mithya, they don't understand as nachayam prapanchaha is understood. They don't understand it rightly that. They give some kind of a weird, funny meaning. I asked a person, please tell me what is mithya in English. One word you tell me. Then the person told anirvachaniya. Come on. Anirvachaniya is not English. It is Sanskrit. I am asking you to give a word in English. Now, even within Sanskrit, mithya is not anirvachaniya. Anirvachaniya means that which cannot be defined. Mithya means that which is unreal. They may be connected to each other, but they are not synonyms. Therefore, you tell me a word which is synonymous with mithya. One word. Synonymous with mithya. You tell? They don't tell. I tried and gave up. The person speaks 15 minutes without answering the question. Then I tell, Arya, leave it. I am sorry that I asked you such a question. Then you tell, okay, I will tell. I don't have an issue. Myth. Over. The job, for me the job is done. Myth. Nachayam prapanchaha. And I give example also, Rajju Sarpa. You studied Vedanta, you must have come across this blessed illustration, Rajju Sarpa, 100 times. So examine it. Anyway, did I digress? Or it is part of the subject only? So I am trying to impress upon you the importance of understanding the unreal nature of the world. If the world is real, or it is partly real, partly unreal, you don't have any hope left for emancipation. There is hope for freedom and liberation only because the blessed thing called the world is unreal. Nachayam prapanchaha. In physics, you don't have an issue at all. If you know some physics, you don't have it. It is very easy to understand. Because space and time are mental categories. There is space only when you think of space, and there is time only when you think of time. They are mental categories. And therefore, outside the movement of mind, they don't exist. Okay? Therefore, on that you can easily build that the world that you experience is not real. Because how do you experience the world? Seeing and hearing. Nama, Rupa. Rupa, Nama. That is how you experience the world. I tell you one thing. You see, this I wanted to tell in yesterday's class. But I did not have enough time, or I got digressed, whatever the reason, I did not tell that. Later I thought, I wanted to tell, but I did not tell. Now shall I tell you? Will you pay attention to that? Okay, let me try. The eyes see themselves. The ears hear themselves. Or I told already. I told, yeah. The eyes do not see something other than the eyes themselves. The eyes see the eyes only. So what you see with the eyes is on the retina. That is what you see with the eyes. What you hear with the ears is in the eardrum. That is what you hear. The eyes do not see what is outside. The ears do not hear what is outside. And based on the evidence of eyes and ears, You want to construct a real world? How can you? You cannot construct. Basic physics you should know, basic science. And also, go to a movie, you see the scenes in continuity. The hero and heroine, they dance. For 3 minutes, 5 minutes, the dance goes on. You see a dance. Dance is continuous, right? It is continuous. If it is continuous, it is dance. Otherwise, it is not dance. So if I say like this, that is dance. If I say, that is not dance, right? That is some kind of a break. So you see dance. But is there a dance on the screen? There is no dance on the screen. What is on the screen? As you see the dance, what is there on the screen? On the screen, there are frames. A frame, a frame, a frame, a frame, a frame. And every frame is independent, separate. And there is a gap between two successive frames. So now what you have on the screen is a frame, gap, next frame, gap, next frame, gap, next frame, gap. That is what you have on the screen. But do you see frame after frame after frame with gap in between? No. You see dance, which is continuous. On the screen, there is no continuity. What you see is continuous. Because continuity defines reality. You believe the dance is real because it looks continuous. Okay? But it appears continuous. The continuity is in your experience, world experience. In the world there is no continuity. World is like those frames which are momentary. In 1 second, 16 frames will move. So the duration of one frame is 1/16th of a second. That is very momentary. The frames are momentary. And in 1 second, the screen goes blank 16 times. Okay? That is what the situation on the screen. But what you experience is a beautiful, wonderful dance by the hero and heroine. Is there any connection between what you experience and what is? There is no connection. That's why Shankara, all glory to the great Acharya, he gave the example of Rajju Sarpa. Because what is and what you experience has no connection whatsoever. Now, if you have a big heart and understand this much basic physics and connect to the words which I spoke earlier, that the love, etc., is all your imagination, it should all gel. There should be no issue there. Okay? Therefore, the world is unreal. It appears real only because you are real and you impute your reality to the world. Atmava idakam sarvam. When you see a serpent and you are afraid, that fear, that your experience of the serpent have a touch of reality which is given to the rope, and now it appears as serpent. The rope serpent has no reality, whereas your fear and your experience of the serpent has a touch of reality. That reality of yourself is given to the Rajju Sarpa, and therefore it appears real. You question it, it vanishes. It is easy. Where from serpents have come? There are no serpents anymore. All serpents are killed anyway. We are living in a jungle of concrete and steel. Where are serpents? If you have some common sense and raise the question, where from serpent will come? Let me look at it a little more carefully, put the light on. There is no serpent. It is that simple. It doesn't require great scholarship, this and you need not study books for 10 years to understand that. Momentarily, you can see that there is no serpent. The same thing applies to the world also. So, you see, when the sun shines, there are colors, vibgyar. When the sun sets, the colors disappear. Okay? So where are the colors without the light? There are no colors without the light. Similarly, without you, the Atma, there is no world. There is no world. Atma alone is the real. And the reality of the Atma, by mistake you give it to the world. And therefore world appears real. Okay? Therefore, nachayam prapanchaha. Okay? And shall I continue on these lines? You wake up from sleep. In sleep there is no world. Nobody says, I am sleeping and now I declare world is real. Okay? In sleep there is no world, and you wake up. Now the world experience begins. Right? Now, how this world experience is happening? Like I wake up. Okay, I am waking up in my bedroom. I am in my bedroom. The lady of the house has already got up and she has put the coffee pot on. The coffee aroma is coming and touching the nostrils. Right? That is how the world experience begins. Now in this, which is real and which is memory, let us examine. I am in my bedroom. Is it memory or is it real? It is memory. Okay? And the lady of the house is already preparing coffee. The lady of the house is memory. She was the lady of the house yesterday, that's why she is the lady of the house today. Right? And then coffee is memory. Coffee is memory. So, the world that you experience is created out of your memory. Okay? Suppose she is brewing something which you have never tasted, then you will not know what it is. Okay? Therefore, you create the world experience out of your own memories. It is like the eyes see themselves, the ears hear themselves, the mind experiences itself. So what is the point? The point is, you are creating the world out of your memories. You are the creator. This is Tattvamasi. Okay? What is God? The creator. God, the creator. Right? But now who is creating the world? You are creating. Now you got who is creating the world? You are creating. Now you got the spirit of Tattvamasi. That is how Tattvamasi has come. So you are the creator. Now to understand yourself correctly, you should give up this belief that a God other than you created this world and you have come into this world and you will go out of this world after some time. And that world is being managed by the God and you are living in it with some happiness and some unhappiness. As long as you believe this way, you are even unfit for self-knowledge. Your self is the false self. It is not the true self.